Hi, I'm Congressman Tom Price from Georgia, chairman of the Republican Study Committee.
And I'm Congressman Jim Jordan from Ohio, chair of the RSC Budget and Spending Task Force.
When the American people look at Washington today, they see a town that spends like there's no tomorrow. They see out-of-control spending, record deficits, and trillions of dollars in new debt that must be repaid by our children and our grandchildren.
Even worse, they see that the Democrats in Congress have not even introduced a budget this year, let alone passed one. Every business, every family in America has to have a budget. But Democrats in Congress think they can spend your tax dollars without doing one.
Republicans understand that the American people are looking for leaders who chart a fiscally responsible course to rein in spending and paying down the debt. We recognize that leadership does not mean we balance the budget on the backs of the American taxpayers.
The way the Democrats are spending around here, you know they are going to propose tax hikes, but we should not raise taxes. If we are going to address our long-term debt, we will need a vibrant economy that comes from creating an environment in which businesses and entrepreneurs thrive. Crippling tax increases will only make it harder to reduce our deficits. That is why a responsible budget should focus on cutting back on Washington spending. For starters, one common sense action would be to take our federal budget back to 2008 levels, pre-bailout, pre-stimulus, the same level in place when President Obama walked into office.
A fiscally responsible budget can be done by making tough decisions while still honoring our obligations. We can protect Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid, responsibly fund our troops and national defense, but also impose a Congress-wide moratorium on earmarks, apply the unspent billions in failed stimulus spending to our national debt, seek out projects and programs and wasteful subsidies that no longer warrant taxpayer dollars. These are the types of smart decisions that can put us on the trajectory to a fiscally responsible future.
Most Americans would agree, holding the line on spending is not too much to ask. In fact, the folks we get the privilege to represent in Ohio and Georgia would say we should get this done today.
And we've got to start immediately. Right now, people are looking at Washington and seeing only failure and fiscal irresponsibility.
But they are also beginning to see a big difference between how Republicans and Democrats approach the problems facing our country.
Democrats want to live for the now, spend for the now, and then send the bill to our kids and our grandkids. Under President Obama and Speaker Pelosi, we run the real risk, for the first time in our nation's history, of turning over to the next generation a worse economy than we inherited, a nation mired in debt with no plan to dig us out.
On the other hand, Republicans believe we need to restore our adherence to that time-honored tradition in this country where moms and dads make sacrifices so that their kids will inherit a nation stronger and more prosperous. We owe that to the future generations. We can make the tough choices.
And when we do, we will not only get America's economy back on track, we will also protect the values that have made America the greatest country ever.
We will honor hard work and entrepreneurship. We will reward those who are successful in the private sector. And by lifting this mammoth debt off the shoulders of future generations, we will once again encourage the young people of this country to chase down their goals and their dreams.
Thanks for listening, America, and keep speaking out. It's your country, and it's worth fighting for.